classic example of Wikipedia, which is of course an example of collective reading and writing and editing. In general, one of the main transformation that happened in the recent years is that not only everybody can become a reader and an author, but also almost everybody can become an editor, a publisher, a curator, a critic, a librarian, an organizer of the memory with the tags. You have a lot of categorization techniques that everybody can use. Even the hashtag on Twitter. So there is a kind of broad responsibility of the online memory that is taken by the ordinary people who are communicating on the internet. This is for me the main transformation. And of course, there is this hypertext writing that is largely understood and accepted. Yes, well, in general, I think that all the books, the manuals, and all the documentary tools for education should be free. For example, I am professor at the university. A lot of people who write books for children are also professors. They have already a salary. So I think the real problem is for people who have no, who are not professors or researchers, or who has no other job than writing books. For example, people who write novels or things like this. For them, we have to find a way to pay them, of course. But every literature that is not for fun, but it is just for the education, should be free. And you know, for example, you can find almost all my books in PDF, in Português, on the internet. And I have I have indicated their web address very often on my Twitter feed. So I am walking the talk, you know. First, I understood very early that the internet will be a place where a lot of processes of collective intelligence will happen, and that these processes of collective intelligence should be fostered, encouraged. And one of the main obstacles to collective intelligence in the internet is that there is a lot of different languages, and the automatic translation is not very good. Also, there is a lot of classification systems, and they are not compatible. You know, every library has its own classification system. So it's good at the scale of the library, but when all the libraries go online, and if they have different classification systems, it becomes very complex. This is one aspect. Another aspect is that, okay, now we have an extraordinary computation power at our disposal. How can we use this computation power to augment the, the, the power of language, the power of thinking, the power of collective coordination? So I invented a language that is able to solve the semantic interoperability problem, difference of languages, system of classification, and so on, and at the same time is able to solve, let's say, um, the artificial intelligence problem. Because today we are able to automatize the reasoning, the logic, but we are not able to automatize the semantics, the meaning. So if I invent a language or a writing system that that has the very important feature that the semantic aspect is automatized, I mean, if I write a sentence in this language, you can generate automatically the semantic network that corresponds to this sentence. And you can generate automatically all the hyperlinks with the other sentences of the same language that have an approximate meaning and so on. So the whole semantic network aspect of the language is taken care of from the beginning of the design of the language. So it's very difficult to explain. It makes a kind of interface between the natural language of the humans, the different natural languages of the humans, and the computational ability of the computers. So you can augment the language ability of the humans with the automatic computing of the computers. So, and in a way, it helps the computers to understand the human language. So it's a kind of two ways communication.